When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will kick it away first. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking for a crease. It's Daly. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll do it himself. Runs through the tackle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
To the air on second down. On target to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Moving away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken it in the end zone. wants to change this route. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Oh, he's got some space. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Here comes the offense on first down. Hand off from the shotgun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's caught. There he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Past the 30. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Took a shot as he threw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Line getting set on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Right on the money. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
The lone back's got it. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Wants to adjust the pattern. Snap from the gun on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quarterback extends the play. Catch in the middle. It's Valentine. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fires to the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and go to those situations and move your offense backwards.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Good right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Steps away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch down the right side. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out of the 40.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The run to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. Bounced off his feet.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Scrambling away. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Gets open down the middle. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 4 over TCU. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Now adjusting. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
The offense changing the play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He wants to take the top off. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Seminoles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Come on, set. Snapped it in the shotgun. Bag's got it. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it inches away from the touchdown. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Here he goes. Touchdown, no! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. First down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Working the middle, it's complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense set on first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive player.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And the Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
I think we're about to find out if he's bold or reckless. Going for it, 4th and long from their own 41. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the right. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time. And he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my...
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
The Demon Deacons had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Oh, they're after him. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 4 over TCU. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Using his legs to buy some time. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Might be calling a hot route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll get rid of it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. There he goes. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly.
Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Snagged out of the air. Running into the open space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fires left. And it's picked off for the third time today.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And he brought 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 1 running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they'll stop it just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? You're going to force them to pass the football.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. Got it looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw, and it keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Dances away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Watson. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got it again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He uncorks one deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Wake. And the beatdown has ensued. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Louisiana Monroe is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 22 over San Jose State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Turning it on. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A run for the quarterback. And some room to work. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
On the run, it's Daly. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
And the Demon Deacons kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense and you're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go right back to it. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. And he's already put one 3-spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.